Russia has spent billions to keep its aviation sector alive. Analysis by Reuters shows Moscow has given out more than $12 billion in state subsidies and loans. It follows the country's invasion of Ukraine, which led to Western sanctions that cut off supplies to key parts and maintenance services. Russia is dependent on foreign-made aircraft and now faces the tough task of developing its aviation industry alone with domestically sourced parts. Western plane makers Airbus and Boeing stopped supplies of services and spare parts last year. They also dropped regular maintenance support for flag carrier Aeroflot and other Russian airlines. Since then, Russia has spent just over $12.07 billion supporting the civil aviation industry. That includes aircraft manufacturing and financial assistance for airlines. Reuters has based its calculations on data from Russia's Ministry of Finance and the Accounts Chamber. The spending is almost twice as much as the payments made in 2020-21 during the global health crisis. President Vladimir Putin said last week the country plans to produce more than 1,000 aircraft by 2030. Moscow's Industry and Trade Ministry told Reuters support for aircraft manufacturing would be kept for years. Western aviation analysts say the investments will at best keep the fleet flying, but they doubt its aircraft will return to Western markets anytime soon, even if the conflict in Ukraine ends. That's because of the cost and bureaucracy involved in rebuilding a fleet with a clean and traceable safety record and approved parts. Data seen by Reuters showed Russia has dipped into reserve funds, spending close to $1.2 billion last year to compensate airlines for losses from a sharp rise in jet fuel costs. This year, the country's National Wealth Fund played a bigger funding role as Moscow drew almost $4.3 billion for aviation spending so far. The scale of spending in 2022 to 23 is equivalent to just under 1% of projected gross domestic product for 2023. The government document setting out strategic spending plans for aviation was seen by Reuters last autumn. It said Russia would have to spend at least $7.73 billion on achieving technological independence from foreign suppliers. Aeroflot, the Transport and Finance Ministries did not respond to requests for comment.